You want to make something of yourself, of your life, good enough to tell a story. A story that confirms you are up to charting your own best adventure, overcoming challenges, becoming the hero of your journey, and living to tell the tale. Hey, this is Cate, and I'm going to read a bit from Uninflamed, 21 Primal Habits. One of the primal habits is purpose. I'm going to talk a little bit about my life of purpose, or what in Ayurveda or in the Vedic language is called dharma. And dharma has this principle of to uphold. And it's a principle more in the masculine of like duty, daddy, dharma. That dharma is that there's a propulsion in your life that propels you to a higher purpose, to a higher order. And a lot of people have sort of shied away from this, being like, I'm just in the whirlwind. I'm just dealing with like my life. There's not really like a higher purpose. I'm just trying to like get through my week and make sure there's enough food on the table for the kids, sort of thing. And I get that. I had in my life, I grew up upper middle class. My dad had a good job. He was a hard worker. He was a provider. He was a saver. So we had financial stability. That enabled me in many ways to sort of see the limitations of a materialistic culture, where we have a lot of material objects, but we don't have a lot of respect for them, so we end up buying more stuff than we need. And I found that as a teenager, I felt like the culture I was embedded in had lost connection to primal. So that was evident to me by about 16 years old. And I felt like this calling to connect to nature, to connect to my nature, to understand who humans are before culture. That was a propelling drive that at age 50, I'm like still fully caught up in. I'm still fully dedicated to the exploration of and the development of. And where it's brought me, like in Uninflamed, there's a lot of research around the loss of microbial diversity, which many of you listened to the past few episodes where I go deep into microbiome and how microbiome health equals human health, and microbiome health relies on microbiome diversity, which is like increased connection to primal, increased connection to nature. So there's something that happens with purpose, and there's a sacrifice. And so for me, earlier in life, so by like teen years, college years, purpose helped really drive direction. But it also meant that I wasn't just going to pursue riches, for example. Like I wasn't going to become an investment banker, even though I could have become an investment banker. I wasn't just going to become like a doctor or a lawyer because it was a good job. I was on very much like a truth path. And then often people get in a place where they're like, I'd love to do that, but I have all these responsibilities, and they can't really think outside their own box. And that's why we have up-level your life, so that no matter what is currently a constriction on how you want to live, that you can explore that fully and see what the value of that would be to you and what big decisions you need to make. Decision points, the Latin word for decision points is actually crises. Yeah, I know. Right? So if you think of a crisis as a decision point, as I read about purpose, you might think that there's, some disconnect with maybe the way that you're raising your kids, that they're not really attuned to purpose, that they're just indoctrinated in a school system that has little to do with activating their unique purpose. Or you might find that in your partnership that neither of you is really deeply satisfied, and that you need to align more to what is the creative life that you want to live? What are your unique multidimensional life goals according to what you place value on? So purpose deeply connects and is inseparable from value. So your purpose is aligned to what you value. So I found early in life that like what I valued was a connection to nature, including my nature, and nature as such, connection to ecosystem. That to me was as important if not more important than culture, than human culture. So as I read from Uninflamed and Purpose, just notice what comes up. Notice what is ripening towards a decision point. Now, when we notice things that are ripening towards decision points and we don't take action, then we do really have like the negative association with crisis, where basically life forces a decision or removes options. So for instance, in a health crisis, you may have fewer options on the other side of a health crisis. If like you didn't hear the 25,000 wake-up calls that happened before the major one, then there's this, oftentimes people have fewer options after a healing crisis. Sometimes they have more options. Same thing might be true with for example, with like a marriage crisis. If like you don't pay attention, you might lose the person that you love the most, that you share the most history with, that you have the most potential with. You might lose that. And then another opportunity may open up, but it might be really freaking painful. So with crises and what you value, just pay attention to like what decisions are really ripening that like you need to get on it. Maybe you need, again, maybe you and your partner need to work more on where you're going next together, what you're co-creating next together, and up-level your life will really help. To learn more about up-level your life, it's clubthrive.global/up-level, and then use promo code up-level and you'll get a huge, huge discount. All right, on to Purpose, Uninflamed, read by yours truly. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate, so we can buy shit we don't need. Our great war is a spiritual war. Our great depression is our lives. Chuck Palahniuk from Fight Club. You want to make something of yourself, of your life, good enough to tell a story. A story that confirms you are up to charting your own best adventure, overcoming challenges, becoming the hero of your journey, and living to tell the tale. With body rhythms that organize your physiology, your mind aligns. Your perspective gains elevation, where you can see a longer time horizon for your life and life plans. Wonder, curiosity, then purpose appear. As your habits improve, inflammation exits. You graduate from survival mode to enter thrive mode. The natural instinct then is to crave a meaningful life. What if meaning was an orienting reflex? Jordan Peterson, that comes from his early lectures in 1996 at Harvard University. What if meaning was an orienting reflex? A reflex is automatic and instinctual. Another way enlightened people experience meaning is that this instinct is like a radar, a way to pick up the scent on the trail to your next purpose. We don't know how long the archetypal hero myth has been part of human consciousness, but we do know that the myth permeates our dreams across cultures and is particularly activated by stages of life transitions like puberty, midlife, and when it's time for us to make a major life change or decision. The yogis say yes, orienting your life towards meaning, towards personal purpose is intrinsic to our being. Eastern medicine, unlike allopathic medicine, embraces and defines the subtle body, which is used for diagnosis and optimization of the full human experience. Energy channels and centers, named chakras, are part of the anatomy of the subtle body that helps us understand purpose. See channels. That's a chapter in the book. The root chakra at the base of your torso gives security. The second chakra in the genitals is a radar for desire. The third chakra gives you personal power to act. The fourth chakra at the heart connects you to resonate in relationships with love. The fifth chakra at the throat gives you the power to speak your truth. The sixth chakra behind your eyes and your pineal gland gives you the power of insight, perspective, and forecasting your life. The seventh chakra at the crown of your head connects you to universal energy or your relationship with the force of life at large. The yogis highlight that the sixth chakra, or third eye, and the fourth chakra, the indicator of emotional significance, work like reflecting mirrors. They call this sadhaka-pitta, the force that aligns life vision to heart. This steers you to make the most of your life with heart-driven goals. The intellect operates in service of the heart, which has a radar for truth over generations, over time. In the prayer gesture, the hands meet palms together at the heart, and the head bows. The intellect operates in service of the heart's orientation to connect. Meaning-driven purpose is the key to human evolution. Confusion. The issue with chronic inflammation is that it blocks the reflex towards meaning, disrupting the subtle system so much that the heart can't steer. Inflammation generates confusion at the physical level with reactive oxygen species, adipokines, cytokines, etc. Chronic inflammation is degenerative. You lose your ability to thrive. You lose the energy to do hard things, including taking on bigger challenges. In short, it undermines our focus on a life of meaning, purpose, and growth. With chronic, the challenge is just getting through the day. This leaves a person depressed. In an interview, The Awakened Brain, Professor Lisa Miller, PhD, shared with Deepak Chopra her research with students at Columbia University. Depression was starting to look like a knock at the door for our own growth. Depression was starting to look like an invitation to deepen our awareness for the deeper purpose of our lives, of who we are to one another, and how we might show up in life. The majority of the time, depression was a beckoning for human growth. End quote. The key, Dr. Miller shares, is to focus on growth, to recover your instinct. Ask yourself, what is beckoning in your life? Calling. Peter Block's work, Community, the Structure of Belonging, poses two questions for the individual. How do I choose to be in whatever setting I find myself? What am I called to do in this world? The first question invites you to start from where you are, right now. Take a moment to notice where you are in your life, your age, your challenges, your desires, your skills, your relationships. What kind of setting do you find your life to be now? Have you chosen it consciously? Is it serving you? With this first question, Block requires you to get real with yourself, here, now, not later. Not when you are over there, in some other place and time, but here, now. What are you called to do next? When you live from the circadian rhythm, desire directs you towards higher purpose and aligns you with your deeper dreams. The primal habits unobscure your vision. You can see better opportunities. As you upgrade your habits, you upgrade your thinking, and that upgrades your opportunities. You see your true target, not someone else's. Your desire to make something happen. You desire to make something happen. Lame Deer highlights the core choice. Indians chase the vision. White men chase the dollar. With purpose, you have your true next point of focus. Many great achievers advise you to get specific with your vision. Describe it specifically, smell it, taste it. Putting your attention consistently on your vision makes it real. Then a strategy, a plan takes shape. What do you want to make happen next in your life? Who are you aiming to become? Everyone can perform magic. Everyone can reach goals if he is able to think, if he is able to wait, if he is able to fast. Hermann Hesse. Siddhartha. When your channels are clear from fasting, purpose hunts you down and pins you to the floor, pointing you towards action. To act out what you believe in. Compared to surface level thinking and reactive emotions of modern habits, the results of primal habits appear to be magical. You're able to take on challenges that steer your life to what is beyond your wildest dreams. Plus, with primal habits, a flow state arises. You gain capabilities from a place of attuned awareness. Fasting awakens hunger and your ability to learn, or neuroplasticity. You think smarter. You process your emotions as your body upcycles energy from your adipose tissue. See chapters adipose and hunger. Hunger awakens the third chakra, where you get physically hungry. Connected to your heart, you know what you value, and now you take action. Humans express value through action. There is no other way of putting it. Robert Breedlove, from the What is Money show. Enthalpy. Steering your life towards your next purpose engages enthalpy. Enthalpy is the internal organized energy in a system. Enthalpy is anti-entropy or negentropy. Life conserves order. Plato argued that the universe is not only an orderly system, but an intelligent organism. As Terence McKenna explains in a lecture, Choosing Your Fate, entropy is the intrinsic disorder in a system. You are a system. Entropy is the opposite of what life does. All biological systems are anti-entropic. When you choose habits that are positive stressors, you plug into enthalpy. You grow through challenges. Healing awakes enthalpy. Literally, your DNA adapts and optimizes with new genetic information from new viruses and bacteria. Your DNA gets more integrated with the ecosystem. You evolve your capacity through adaptability and resilience. By putting your purpose into action, you are the hero of the journey. You expand your capacity. You evolve who you are, your identity, and then you can do more. Be more. As you automate primal habits into your new normal, deeper dreams for your life come into focus. Your calling is a true worth experiencing. And a guide can help. See Trip and Wisdom chapters. So that's the primal habit of purpose. So purpose is a habit in Uninflamed. Purpose is a habit in my Club Thrive and in Club Hero. And what does that mean? It means that we orient towards meaning. We help you orient towards that which creates the most meaningful life. We orient you towards action, towards stepping in, towards making it possible, towards integration, so that as an integrated you become more capable and have greater capacities over time. All right, so my best way to help you, if you're like, yes, I'm on a purpose quest, is to take my Uplevel Your Life crash course. It's at clubthrive.global/uplevel. And then to get a massive discount, put the code UPLEVEL in, and it'll go from being $997 to $97. The reason it's priced at $997 is because we actually coach you through it one-on-one. So you'll have 2 one-on-one sessions in Uplevel Your Life with the goal of helping you fully spec out what your up level is. What are the core decisions? What is coming to points of decision-making or crises? Even if it doesn't seem like a crisis, there's certain things that are expiring, that are outdated. And what we will help you do is map out what those are, map out what the up level looks like in specifics so that you can actually put a value on your up level. This is the best way we help people get their life on track with purpose and with focus to experience potentialities that right now remain in the mystery as we bring it into the reality. All right, so when you're done with Uplevel Your Life, you'll know exactly what your up level is, and you'll know the value of it, and you'll know how to invest your capital and your attention into your up level to make it happen. The next podcast I'm going to do is on focus. All right. Ta-ta for now.